on Saturday against the New York Yankees. He gave up a leadoff home run to Aaron Hicks. Quickly.
18 home runs a year ago, and he flares this one into right. A two-strike base hit for Mookie Betts. Bouncing ball. Smoke gloves it. Goes to second for one. Back to first. Double play. There's that good defense right off the bat.
One of the improvements that the Blue Jays had last year was they were turning the tough doubles around into the stands.
So much for the two-out walk. One pitch.
And this is a tough one tonight. Stephen Wright, the knuckleballer, made this team out of spring training. Will get the start. He's a former. Getting into that routine that you're going to have.
Swing and a drive. Get up, ball. Get up. How about a home run for Brown? I think the Blue Jays found their leadoff hitter.
Kevin's had a good spring. You might look at the numbers and say, you know, well, has he really had a good spring? Yes. If you had a chance to watch him day in and day out, the way he took batting practice, the way the ball came off of the bat,
Takes a call, third strike. Turns around and looks at the home plate umpire. Communicates. They exchange information very well. Bautista makes his way to first base. Pitch up and in.
Not so much on a knuckleball pitcher because they'll all know. But
might have been a fastball. Looked like he threw a fastball inside and strike 321 a year ago. Two hopper to short. Xander Bogaerts gathers himself and throws out Colabello, but how about the leadoff batter? 3-0. Taking all the way a 4-pitch walk.
On it, and that's when they hit the ball the other way.
Shaw forgot his trigger. Couldn't pull the trigger on that heater. He strikes out looking against J. Happ. First K for Happ this evening.
You know, there is something about J. Happ when you talk to the eye plane of that hitter.
Boy, that's a great sequence of pitches right there.
That's what happens right there. You get that hitter standing up just a little bit when you throw that high fastball, and then Jake.
Red Sox catcher. On the ground, Donaldson can't make a play. Tulowitzki double clutches, and that cost him. Tulowitzki got to it, and when he
line
all the way back to the screen, Martin has no play. This is unusual for Happ this spring. We have seen him
able to find it.
Fly ball to left. Saunders on the run. Nice running catch to end the threat. Blue Jays have a 1-0 lead. There's a deep drive to center. Jackie Bradley on the run. Looking up. Goodbye, home run. Welcome back to Canada. What an at-bat. Ryan Goins drives into the alley in left center. Jackie Bradley Jr. cuts it off, but Goins, what an at-bat. 2-out double with 2 strikes.
Keeps the inning.
Bouncing ball right back to the pitcher. That'll end it. Blue Jays leave a runner, but they score one in the bottom of the second.
Because I didn't even notice him across the field, but to watch him every day, you know, his defensive ability, you know, he is transformative defensively, and I think it really, you know, leads to our defense up the middle is something I didn't fully appreciate till long, and focus away from the game and going about their jobs. So to me, it's something where, you know, great chemistry is almost a byproduct of, you know, win of a 162 game season. I think those are the things beneath the surface, and we were faced with, you know, thinking about from a pitching staff, recognizing that it's going to take, you know, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 starters to survive 162 games in a championship quality season.
The chip on their shoulder. I too believe that they have some unfinished business, and with Jay Happ striking out Big Papi,
you get a comfort level with his ability to not only fill that role, but endure, the bulk of this. A chance to see a couple games of his this weekend.
There's a ground ball to short. Bogarts gathers and throws out Tulowitzki. Mark, thanks so much for your time.
My pleasure, guys. Look forward to seeing you back.
Was honored as well, along with Pedro. That one sneaks by Tulowitzki as Chris Young's aboard. High fastball. Boy, what a pitch. Jerry Happ strikes out. There's a good knuckleball, and Colabello strikes out. That's 5. Another good swing from Saunders. He's going to make the turn around first, and here's the throw from Bradley Jr. and right on the money. I might want to review that one during the regular season. Looked like he got his foot in ahead of the tag. Good throw by Jackie Bradley Jr.
No review here in spring training, but I'm with you. I'd like to take a look at that one more time. Jackie Bradley Jr., one of the finest center fielders.
2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Look out. That's why you wear that elbow pad. You can hear it clearly. Driven to left and deep. Off the warning track, and they're going to stop Russell Martin at third. Justin Smoke stayed on that pitch and drove it 1 hop off the wall in left.
That's the improvement that we have seen from Justin Smoke. He's a little bit more balanced at the plate. His first movement isn't to go out and get the ball. It's to stay centered like he did right there, and he can drive the ball out of any part of the ballpark. He's in the spring. He struck out at least 1 batter in every one of them but 1. He's got a big fastball.
That's going to get down for a hit and go all the way to the wall off the bat of Jackie Bradley Jr. Saunders will play it back in toward third base. A leadoff double for the number 9 hitter.
Pretty good pitch from Biagini. It's just a good hitter who is really blossoming.
Important. There's that curveball. What a swing by Mookie Betts. He laid back on it and serves it into right field for an RBI single. That's the effect of a slow breaking ball. You see a good hitter make an adjustment.
Well, remember we talked his first time up when he had a single, how he can stay back and his hands are lightning quick. Watch how
Goins comes after it. 1 at second, double play. Boy, that was a good play by Goins. He came after that slow chopper.
Well, you're absolutely right. He doesn't make that play if he doesn't.
Up the middle, base hit. That'll get through and go into center for Bogarts. Big turn around first. He throws the brakes on and stops.
Atmosphere.
Good pitch. Biagini minimizes the impact of a 3-hit inning.
To throw a pitch, you might fourth a starter, and that led me to believe that they believed in
Marcus Stroman.
Yes.
Smaller stature. Have you seen some of Stroman and how familiar? If you don't mind, would you stay for another half inning?
Yeah, sure.
That would be terrific.
But this kid has so much talent. That kid highlight.
It's very special for sure. But to strike out the side in the first, then you strike out McGuire in the second. It was tremendous, and what a terrific opportunity. We appreciate and in the drills. It's hard for anybody else not to follow suit. Another strikeout for Colabello. Gets a base hit. A 1-1 pitch ripped into center. Thrown out trying to stretch a single into the double. There goes the runner, and the ball is in the dirt. One of those that gets away from the catcher, and Saunders will go toward first. Birdie has to hold on at second. Another strikeout for Stephen Wright.
Well, there's only one
stretch of 3 straight Cy Youngs. Bobbled by Bogarts. Birdie Rounded third, but gets back safely. That'll be a hit for Russell Martin. Bogart's trying to backhand and had to kick off his glove. Appearances a year ago for the Red Sox. He's on in relief of the starter, Stephen Wright.
One of the lefties in the bullpen for the Boston Red Sox. There are his numbers.
Popped in the air down the right field line, and Mookie Betts gets over there. Betts will play right field this year after spending most of his time in center a year. 1978 with the Chicago White Sox under Roland Heumann. New pitcher for the...
Your power generates from is from the ground up, and not so much, working on things, just, trying to see a lot of pitches, get my timing back.
Is that?
So we got a cameo. We got a guest here. This is the guest of honor in Montreal right now. Sorry, I completely missed that question, Buck.
That's quite all right. This is...
And, I think it starts with the mentality. There's a lot of veteran guys on this team. We're taking the momentum that we had last session.
With the big league club, comes on here to face the Red Sox.
He's shown good
competition, and Travis Shaw won that in the spring.
The Blue Jays, that they emptied the farm system, so they had to build some depth back up.
There's a leadoff walk. Robbie Ross Jr. came in. Ross looked at second. He goes to first, and Hanley Ramirez missed by the seventh. Backdoor breaking ball catches Burns looking. Now the Blue Jays, his second season with the Jays. Off-speed pitch, hits the bag. Ramirez swings at it, misses it, and the ball's still bouncing around. That'll be a base hit for Carrera. There goes Carrera. No throw as Meyer holds his ground at third. Carrera gets the stolen base. Now there are two in scoring position.
They weren't even, the Red Sox weren't even covering at second base.
There's that backdoor breaking ball twice this season to get started. Driven to center field. Roman Fields is there.
The mayor said, Mayor, I know you're in the stands here. Get Major League Baseball back here to Montreal. What a wonder.
Ball four. This popped up into shallow center. Easy play for Jackie Bradley Jr. We've played 8 complete. Here's Mark Shapiro. Then Pedro Martinez joined us in the booth. New pitcher for the Blue Jays is David Ardsma. Been here in Montreal. There's another good breaking ball and a strikeout for Ardsma.
Ardsma, when he was younger, threw very hard, but he also complemented that with a very good break.
In 5 years in St. Louis, he had .291. 2 outs. That's ball 4. And push Craig. That ball is driven to the alley, but Carrera's going to get there and makes the catch. Oakland 17. We're just wrapping up this year. But it's a great opportunity to see the Blue Jays up close and splitting time last year from Lansing and Dunedin, and he can hit. He gets the leadoff single. There goes the runner. The hit and run is on. Strong throw from Sandy Leon, and he is out. Sandy Leon made a strong throw. What a quick release he had, and he guns down Urania trying to steal.
Urania did not have a very
talent. Breaking ball. That's a fair ball. Base hit for Fields. Shaw took the ball on the backhand. It took him into foul ground. He had no play.
Even if he did, they weren't going to throw him out. He just runs too well. Pretty good.
Fields got a great jump. Leon's throw is in the dirt and knocked down. I think that might have hit Fields. Boy, he got a terrific jump at first and steals second.
Last season, 46 stolen bases in the minor leagues for Roman Fields, and you can see he got a good aggressive lead. You knew he was going to try and get...
There he goes. Umpire saying, show me the ball. That's Marvin Hudson. Fields slid into the tag of the third baseman, and now the delayed call. There's another example of a play that's going to be reviewed in the regular season, but Shaw put the glove right in front of the bag.
And let that runner slide right into you. A strong throw from Sandy Leon that time. That was right on the mark. And it had to be, or Fields was going to be safe. Watch it one more time. Right there. You put the glove down and he slides right into it. That's what you want to do as an
Cut on and foul tipped as pinch hit for David Ortiz in the seventh and struck out against Chad Geronimo. Travis Shaw up and away, ball four.
very fun for right-handers.
He takes ball four, and there's a ball driven over the head of the center fielder, and that's going to score a couple of runs. One run is in. Devon comes in to score. Here comes the second runner all the way from first. Chris Young scores, and just like that, the Red Sox have taken a two-run lead here in the top of the 10th. Those walks with 2 outs came back to bite Patrick McCoy.
Yeah, became very defensive, fell behind batters, walked them, and then Tilmair fell behind him, and he's got to throw a pitch right down Broadway, and he's going to get hurt.
Hit hard. Barney is there. That'll end the inning with Boston.
In A-ball last year, got into 35 games. You got to figure that his heart might be.
Waves at that nasty pitch down and away. That's the ball game, folks. Isla strikes out Rowdy Tellez, and the Blue Jays lose in extra innings 4-2 to Boston.
Well, you got a chance to see Jay Happ. Jay got his 4 innings in. The regulars got a couple of at-bats.